Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Anna and I'm a flight attendant for a major airline here in the United States. First things first, I just want to say I hope everybody is safe out there. I know most of us are in quarantine and it's pretty boring, but try to make the best out of it. And a special thank you to all the essential workers, especially our first responders. With that being said, like I've mentioned earlier, I am a flight attendant in the United States and I live in New York City. I like to vlog about my leisure travels as well as my work travels. And then from time to time, I like to just create content just because I have nothing else to do and I like to share it with you. So this vlog is just gonna be a little bit about everything and all the changes that's been going on. As far as work changes, my work environment, no overtime, am I taking a leave, am I not taking a leave? There's just been so much that's been happening, so I figured I could just cover it all in one vlog. So let's get started. So we're gonna get started with my April schedule because April schedule has been really crazy. Everything that they awarded me for my April schedule has been canceled, except one trip, which was April 1st, and even that got modified because we were supposed to lay over in Fort Lauderdale, and then we ended up in Charleston, North Carolina. Is that North Carolina or South Carolina? I think it's South. But I'm not even sure where the hell I was, but all I know is I wasn't in Fort Lauderdale. But regardless of the fact, what I'm trying to tell you is that everything has been changed and rearranged in my schedule. So I had some really nice LA layovers, everything got canceled. I pretty much didn't work any of the trips for this month. April, I pretty much didn't work at all. The only trips that I was able to work was the trips that I picked up. So I was able to pick up about 3 different trips earlier on in the first week of April, and the rest of the month I've been just canceled and on home reserve. So it's pretty much like being on call and just waiting to see if they're gonna need me, but chances are they're not gonna need me because everything has been canceled. On the days that I was able to pick up trips, I feel like it was just very different being in the airport. I don't think I could ever get used to airports being so empty. I mean, I'm so used to working out of JFK, out of one of the busiest airports, people being everywhere, customers asking me for gate information, just all kinds of craziness going on. And now I feel like every time I go into work, there's nobody there except the workers. So that's just been very different for me and very surreal. A side note, besides the empty airports, the empty flights has been very different. I'm so used to working on the Airbus 321, which holds 200 customers, and now it's just like under 5 people on every flight, which is absolutely insane. So I don't think that will ever sit well with me. I feel like going to work has definitely been a dramatic change for me. So far right now, for the rest of the month, I don't have any flights scheduled. I've been off for about a week. The only thing that I've had on my schedule was the home reserve, which is pretty much where I'm on call because of my canceled trip. But other than that, I have not had any trips and I'm pretty much at home in quarantine just like everybody else. So because of COVID-19, airlines had to adapt to new policies as well as implement new changes in order for us to help reduce the spread. There was a lot of changes made as far as our work environment. First precaution that we were told to take is to wear gloves. So we are wearing gloves on a regular, whether it's during boarding, deplaning, or even just in transit. We are wearing our gloves and making sure we dispose them regularly and just switch them out and get a new set of gloves every time. Another thing that we are doing is we're wearing masks. So at first we were not allowed to wear masks on board, and then it was kind of like an option, and now it's mandatory. I just got my mask recently, so I was able to work with it. on board. It is hard to breathe with it. I got the N95 mask. One of my friends was able to provide it for me, so I was able to use it while I was working, but it was a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be, because breathing was just not easy, and wearing it all day, and sometimes we have 12-hour days, it was not easy at all. Another change that was implemented was seating. The gate agents would seat each customer in their own row, since we didn't have a lot of people on board, so each person would get their own row, just so we can practice a safe social distancing while we are on board the aircraft. Another big change that we implemented on board was reduced service. So I used to set up the cart with our hot beverages, cold beverages, we had liquor. Now, in order to reduce touch points, we have reduced our service, and we're only serving bottled water and one snack. So, you know, if you do have to travel, you should think ahead of time and maybe prepare a meal for yourself that you can bring on board, maybe like a sandwich or something, because a lot of the stores and a lot of the restaurants are closed at the airport. So yeah, if you end up traveling, just make sure you bring your own stuff, because it's very limited as far as what we are able to serve on board, only because of the safety of the crew and as well as safety for our customers. I'm sure COVID-19 has affected all of us in so many different ways, and if you haven't been affected personally, I'm sure you know somebody who has been. And unfortunately for our airline, we experienced 5 crew members who have lost their lives due to COVID-19. My condolences go out to their family and friends, and you know, even though I didn't know them personally on the personal level, I always feel like it doesn't matter, especially in the airline industry. When we're crew, we're all family, so I did feel like I know them in a way, you know. But yeah, it's heartbreaking, and all my prayers go out to their family and friends. So for now, as far as my April schedule, I don't have any more trips. The only time I will be going back to the airport is if I pick up a trip, which I'm actually looking to pick up maybe this weekend, just to make some overtime, since this month I really wasn't able to work as much as I normally do. And am I worried about going to work in these times? Of course I am. I mean, I feel like everybody's worried about going outside, even just like going grocery shopping and stuff. I mean, we're always using extra precautions in any way that we can, and just trying to get by day. I think the person that I'm most worried about right now is my mother. She's a nurse in New York City, and she's out there on the front lines. She works in a hospital, and because of everything going on, they've been severely understaffed. She's been working doubles every single day for the past 2 weeks right now. So this includes 16-hour shifts, and she's getting minimum hours of rest. But I mean, even the other day she was telling me how she worked the double, and then she was getting ready to leave, and they were begging her to stay maybe like an extra couple hours, and my mom's just like, I can't. Like, she wanted to, and she always wants to help, but she was just so exhausted. And again, my heart and my thank yous go out to all the essential workers, especially the healthcare providers. I mean, you guys are really out there on the front line, just helping everybody out as much as you can. So I always think about my mom every single day, and I pray that, you know, she will be safe. And especially when it comes to 7 o'clock, like at 7 o'clock, we everybody in the neighborhood and everybody in the city starts clapping and cheering on, and it goes on for about like 5 minutes. So usually at that time is when I call my mom, and I'll just like start clapping. Me and my sister would call her together, and we'll FaceTime her, and we'll start clapping and just saying our prayers to her, and just saying our thank yous and I love yous. It's 7 o'clock right now. We were clapping for you.
Okay, thank you.
We love you. We love you so much. Please be careful, okay?
Okay.
I was clapping. I love you. Be safe, please. And the last thing that I wanted to mention to you guys is that I'll probably be taking some time off from flying. I can't even believe I'm saying it because it's for the past 8 years I've been flying like non-stop, and I haven't been off for, let's say, 2 weeks straight where I haven't been on an airplane, because even if I did have time off, I would usually fly out for leisure. So if I'm not flying out for work, I'm flying out for leisure. So being off completely is a little scary to me, because I'm like, what am I gonna do with all this free time? And I don't know, I'll have to think of something and maybe create some more content. But yeah, I submitted for a leave. Our airline came out with a package, and you could take a 1 month, 3 months, or 5 months leave. We also have summer packages that you could take, and so I submitted for the leave. I just put in for the leave. I can't believe I'm doing this. And I submitted for the 3 months leave. And then it took a little time for the bids to process, and I wasn't able to get the 3 months leave, but I was able to get the 1 month leave. So for May, I won't be flying at all. So yeah, at the end of April, if I don't pick up any other trips, this will be it. So flying right now has been dramatically different, and every day the operation is just changing, and I don't know what to expect. I figured if I just take the month off and just take some time off and figure things out, and hopefully by the time I get back to flying, things will be back to normal or somewhat normal. I wouldn't say that I'm not concerned. I'm just probably not as concerned about it right now, only because the United States Airlines were able to receive government assistance, financial government assistance, and once they received that assistance, part of the contract was that they cannot furlough or lay off the airline employees until September 30th of 2020. So I'm really hoping that it doesn't stretch out to be that long, but you know, I'm hoping that by September everything will be back to normal. But I mean, hopefully it will be sooner than that, but at least until September 30th we do have a job, we are secure with our employment, and hopefully after that we'll just get back to flying and get back to our normal life. Well, this concludes my vlog. I just figured I'd give you guys a very personal vlog and just an update of what's been going on in my life. I have been quarantining. I don't even know if that's a word. I have been quarantining with my sister and my nephew at home here in New York. Mostly what we've been doing is pretty much what everybody's been doing. Lounging around the house, a lot of movies, a lot of Netflix, a lot of snacks. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I guess that's what quarantine life is about, isn't it? Just hang out and get fat. But I'm gonna work on creating more content. So even though I won't be flying, I will do my best to create some new vlogs. And if you had any questions, don't be shy. Feel free to ask me anything. Just comment below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And that's about it, guys. Stay safe out there, and I'll talk to you soon.